Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. I hope you're all doing well, and it's good to see you all here. I'm just going to dive right on in. The reason that we are here is because of what is on the screen in front of you guys. I received this copyright takedown, and I wanted to make a live stream on it because I think it's really important that I comment on this. And I'm basically making this reaction, quote unquote, to this experience because I want to help, well, basically, if I can even help one person not to go through this, that would be really great. It's an incredibly unfair and sad experience of being threatened to lose your channel for doing nothing wrong. And I think it would be worth it to make this commentary for you all to kind of help you guys through and help any other creators that are going through something similar or may risk going through something similar if they do certain kinds of content and don't know exactly what the process is and how the system is currently working. So to get started, I thought I would read this to you. Basically, it says, "Hi, Maggie Renee." This is from YouTube, officially. I get these kinds of, copyright claims very often. They go into my inbox, and it basically just says, "Oh, your video has been demonetized," or "Your video has been blocked." I'm very used to this kind of a thing, especially being a reactor because of the fact that I have other creators' music in my videos and music videos in my videos as well. However, because of fair use, I am able to dispute these claims because I give my own commentary and my own kind of analysis as a professionally trained Juilliard student. I've got 2 degrees already and I'm going for my 3rd one. So I decided to create this channel in order to be able to give others education on how vocalists and musicians create the things that they do. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Maggie Renee. And I am, like I said, a Juilliard student, graduated and a professional opera singer in the industry. So I got this email from YouTube and I thought it was any other email, like any other email, but unfortunately this one says, "Hi, Maggie Renee. Due to a copyright takedown notice that we received, we had to take down your video from YouTube." Now this is very different. Not only are they demonetizing the video, which means that I make absolutely no money, which I'm used to. This is a common occurrence, which you'll see later on. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. But being demonetized on YouTube is very frequent for reactors, especially, and anybody pretty much doing anything in the music realm. But not only are they demonetizing, not only are they blocking the video, which is also a common occurrence on a lot of my videos. As my patrons know, I often get videos blocked ahead of time on YouTube, which is why I'm trying to create so much content at once, because you never know when something's going to get blocked. And in fact, I think I uploaded 15 videos and all 15 of them got blocked recently. So I'm working on getting those things fought because I am using fair use to create this content. And I want to be able to show you guys all these video reactions that I'm doing to show you what these amazing artists and bands and creatives are doing with their music. But I mostly do actually get things easily resolved in any of the cases that I have. So this one was very, very different though. And also thank you, Victor. I appreciate the super chat. Hopefully this goes away. I agree. But basically, so this continues to say, we had to take down your video from YouTube. So like I said, not only is it being demonetized, not only is it being blocked, but this video was actually completely removed from YouTube. Like, just wiped off the face of this planet. And in addition to that, whenever this happens on YouTube, when a copyright claimant decides to take down your video, that means that my channel gets what's known as a strike. And a strike is something that you don't want, because if you get one strike, your channel is already at risk. It's already at risk. You also have to go to copyright school, which I don't need to go to copyright school, YouTube. I am very well aware of the rules of copyright, and I didn't do anything wrong, which is the other thing. It's completely unfair. And also you have to wait 90 days for this strike to expire, which is crazy. That's an insane amount of time to have a strike on your channel. And the worst part is if I get a second strike, which is very possible apparently with these random takedowns that people are doing now, then my channel has the risk of me not being able to live stream, which is like what I do on a weekly basis and is so important to the growth of my channel and for me to be able to get this content out to you. It's how I record my content. It's how I create things. It's how I discover things with all of you. So that is crazy. And then to top that all off, if you get 3 strikes, guys, you're out. The channel itself will be taken down permanently, without anything. Like, you can't do anything about it if they're not going to let you take these strikes away. So getting a strike is like a really big deal. And it's so crazy to me that somebody that I'm promoting and trying to give praise to and show how amazing they are and give free promotion to as well, because a lot of you guys have discovered homefree and, you know, Pentatonics, Voctave, VoicePlay, all of these different bands from my channel and are now super interested in them, which is really cool. And I really love doing that because they're amazing bands and deserve that recognition. But I'm doing that basically now with all my videos demonetized for free, and which is fine. But not only that, but they are also now just taking down my channel and threatening me and striking me down because I'm trying to do this kind of stuff. It's just insane. I don't even know. It was really sad to process. But anyways, it goes on to say the video title is Opera Singer Reacts to Homefree, Make You Feel My Love. That was the video that was supposed to be released. It lists the video URL. And then it says takedown issued by Orchard Music, which is apparently the quote-unquote service that people use, the copyright service that people use in order to make sure that their material that they've created is copywritten, and so it will be, you know, monetized for the bands, and they get the rights to the music essentially and get paid for it. But Orchard Music is a whole nother beast that I will tell you more about as we go along. But basically it continues to say this means that your video can no longer be played on YouTube. You have received a copyright strike, which is what I just told you about. You now have one copyright strike. If you get multiple copyright strikes, we'll have to disable your account. What? That makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense, especially since I'm not just playing this video in the background and like listening to music as I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. I'm making a commentary on it. I'm specifically teaching about what goes on in these videos and talking about and reacting to it, just multiple reasons why this is fair use. Then they say, to prevent that from happening, please don't upload videos containing copyrighted content that you aren't allowed to use. That's the problem. I am supposed to be allowed to use this. This is the whole point of fair use and that whole entire thing that is coming up. So I'm basically learning all of this as I go along. So I'm sharing this all with you based on what I know. So if I say something incorrect, I apologize, but this is all I know. This is what I'm learning, and this is what I'm trying to figure out to try and help other creatives that are going through the same kind of issue and the same kind of process as I am. So like I said, the reason I'm doing this live stream is just to help even one person not go through this insanity, to be threatened to lose your channel for doing nothing wrong. That's like super important. Doing reaction videos is a big risk, you know, that could jeopardize your channel. It's definitely jeopardized mine. And you can be issued a strike for doing absolutely nothing wrong other than the original copyright owner decides to file a takedown notification for no real apparent reason. Like, it just gets filed randomly. So please, to those creatives that are doing reactions like I am, please be careful, because losing your channel over a band or a group is not worth it. As amazing as they are and as important as I think it is to share music and to get people to understand different genres and all of these kinds of things from different perspectives, it's really not worth it, because we work so hard, and then, you know, having this kind of a thing happen is just really sad. I think it is. Anyways, continuing on, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of background. I've been reacting to homefree for more than 2 years. I've done 7 different videos, and I'm going to pull up these videos right now. So these are the videos that I've done to homefree. I've done 7 videos that have all been demonetized, with over 1.2 million views and all of the ad revenue going to Orchard on behalf of homefree. So you can see all of the videos listed right there. Those are all the 7. And then right here, you can see that they are indeed public, except for the one that's partially blocked. That's the homefree sea shanty medley. That one was partially blocked. This newer one is completely taken down. And then you can see that every single one is ineligible for monetization. They've all got copyright claims. And then over here is the kind of total of all the videos views, essentially, which adds up to more than 1.2 million views. And also, I would love to hear from you guys. Maybe some of you have had similar experiences to me in this kind of realm. So please feel free to add your comments to the chat, and we'll have a little discussion after I tell you guys about what's happening. But anyways, Despite making no money for the past 2 years reacting to homefree, I continued to make reaction videos because my patrons and subscribers asked me to, and because I really like their group. Like, their sound is incredible and I love it. Like, the second I heard them, I was like, what in the world? And they're all fantastic. And especially, like, you guys know, I was shook by Austin. So y'all know I really, really love their group. I love all of the stuff that I react to on my channel. But yeah, I've never had this experience before. Not only did they demonetize the video, but when I went to dispute the claim and asked to share in the revenue, which labels and bands can easily do that, as that's how my covers are done as well. But they rejected my dispute and issued a takedown notification instead, which is... Why? Why do you do that? It doesn't make sense. But I had 7 days to problem solve this threat of a strike, which I did. I did end up doing that. After I contacted homefree, their manager, Luke, who was very, very nice, said that he would help me problem solve the claim to get it removed, as homefree does like my videos. And as you guys know, I've been in contact with them. My patrons have gone over and, you know, paid for cute video messages from them. Austin has communicated with me, and it's, you know, they're wonderful people. I love reacting to them, and I'm really excited about their talent. So they wanted to help me problem solve that, which is really nice of them. But Luke, the manager, he explained that Orchard is actually a Sony conglomerate, and it's basically a huge bureaucracy, and he's actually not sure how quickly they would reply, but he said that he would do his best. And on day 6, he did get the reply he needed, and the claim was in fact removed. So I was like, hallelujah, it went through, talked to the management, everything is good, they removed the claim, I'm going to be fine. That was on Monday, and I saw that and I was grateful, and I was ready to post the video, and I even like put a note that it was monetized and ready to go, being happy because I was like, oh cool, I can make a few bucks from YouTube ad revenue. If you saw the previous thing, you could see it said monetize and da-da-da. So I just put that note in the title just because I thought, okay, great, this is going to be a good video, it's done. And then, y'all, after all that, after it had literally gotten released from this claim, I woke up on Tuesday. And Tuesday is when the strike to my channel happened without any kind of warning or explanation after it was already released. Without any kind of warning or explanation other than Orchard Music directed YouTube to take down the video. And basically that's why YouTube issued a strike on my channel, which is insane to me. Like, how do you release a video and it's completely cleared, and then suddenly the next morning, takedown, you know, and strike? It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, since the strike, I have been in constant daily communication with homefree's managers. Luke and Christy have been really great at helping out. And also, I even got a reply from Austin. He was CC'd on the emails as well. And also, I made some notes, guys. So I'm reading off of my bullet points just so that I don't skip any points. In case you guys are wondering, I'm making sure that I don't forget to say anything. And so that I say everything in order of how it happened. But yeah, I was in constant daily communication with homefree's managers, Luke and Christy. And like I said, I even got a reply from Austin. Their feeling was that Orchard doesn't actually issue takedown notifications. But based on the message that I received and kind of the follow-up that I've done, that just is not accurate. After I sent Luke and Christy and Austin the screenshots that it was in fact Orchard, they said that Orchard only wants the ad revenue, but they don't issue strikes themselves. But that is also incorrect again, because I sent them another screenshot showing them exactly who ordered the video to be taken down. And after that, they blamed everything on YouTube, saying that they did their best and it was simply YouTube striking the channel again for no reason. But that's not accurate, because according to YouTube, it was, and I quote, the copyright owner who removed your video, which is the only reason that the strike was issued in the first place. So I already can see that Orchard is the actual takedown, you know, issuer. And then Orchard is hired on behalf of, or Orchard is hired by homefree to do this kind of work for them, to issue takedowns, to make sure that they're getting monetized. And that's just part of what Orchard is. It's like any other company, Sony, SME, all of those kinds of things. But yeah, so that's essentially what happened there. And then the only way to remove a strike is if the owner of the copyright, apparently that's Orchard on behalf of Homefree, if they direct YouTube to reinstate the video, and then the strike will be removed. So basically, I'm here thinking, okay, so just tell them to take it down, because clearly, you know, that's an important kind of a thing to do, like to talk to the people who issued it in the first place and get them to, you know, sort that out as well. According to Luke, Orchard did that. So I asked Luke to ask Orchard to send me screenshots, because I sent them everything myself. I had when Luke asked me for it, because I wanted to send him everything so that he had all the information and I could be like, listen, this is what happened. This is exactly when, how, this is the claim, this is all of that kind of stuff. So I sent him everything. And so I asked him to send me screenshots back of their direction to YouTube to reinstate the video, and remove the strike, because it's not a fair strike. There's no reason that I got that. And he said that he did that, and we are waiting on his proof of that happening. But meanwhile, I'm here in jeopardy of losing my channel for absolutely no reason. If I get one more strike, I can't live stream. And then one more strike of that, or one more strike after that, I will lose my whole channel. After spending years of doing more than 700 different videos to all sorts of bands, artists, you know, crazy, any kind of thing you could possibly imagine, and growing this channel to almost 250,000 subscribers. You know, it's kind of insane. So essentially, that is what transpired as of yesterday. And I kind of wanted to open it up for discussion with you guys. Before I open it up to questions and tell you guys also the outcome, I want to say that I really appreciate your comments and messages of support. I am not at all advocating to boycott Homefree. I love their art of creating beautiful a cappella singing. I just want to let them, Orchard, Sony, and everyone else know that it is unfair to treat creators, reactors, and those who provide free exposure to bands and groups, and who spend countless hours, literally countless, you have no idea how long it takes me to edit, countless hours editing videos and publishing them and making them available through this type of promotion to thousands of their subscribers to enjoy for free. I do this specifically to give as many people as possible a chance to experience these awesome bands. And you guys have introduced me to so many different people that I had never even heard of or never even experienced, including Homefree. Homefree was brand new to me as well, and I absolutely fell in love with them, as did a lot of the people who also didn't know them on my channel when we first started out. And then it completely changed, and Homefree became like regulars on my channel because we absolutely love them. I have home fries all over the place. You guys even see the emote in my YouTube emotes. I have literally emojis specifically dedicated to home fries. So y'all know we're fans on the channel. But anyways, like I said, no one should be treated this way. And I wanted to get your thoughts. And to start off on the thoughts about this, I wanted to read off a comment from Rob Lee that I saw that summarized it well. He said, and actually I'm going to pull it up so you guys can see it. There you go. So Rob said, I know many other reaction channels are fighting this same battle with various performers and labels. That's part of the reason why, like I said, I'm creating this video, is because I really want to help other reactors and creators avoid this kind of insanity. He says, the sad thing is I would have never heard of Homefree if not for YouTube reactions. So you're right about the exposure. In addition, you aren't playing their music in the background of your content. You are providing analysis and criticism of the copyrighted material. The exact stated purpose of the fair use doctrine, which is exactly what we're under. He continues, musicians and management groups are truly shooting themselves in the foot with these copyright strikes, and it's sad that YouTube yields so easily. That is a really huge thing, is that also YouTube does nothing to kind of give us that support and really like look after it. I mean, they do send our claims immediately on to the copyright people, but as soon as it goes to them, if they reject, they accept. YouTube does nothing to actually fight for us and give us a chance of actually really going into a true dispute. We can give our reasoning, we can do whatever we want, but unless we ourselves contact these people directly, or, you know, make a reaction live stream like this talking about it, or post on Twitter, like there's so many ways that we're going about trying to defend ourselves as reactors. But in the long run, we don't get any kind of help in defending ourselves, and it's only if we actually put ourselves on the line by making this kind of content that we get help being able to fight this kind of a thing, because it truly isn't fair. But there should be certain measures put into place to prevent us from facing these kinds of difficulties on our channel. We're so accurately representing what should be done with fair use and how it should be explained, and especially those of us that are really trying to teach using this kind of method of reacting to these videos. I feel like it's really important to get that out. And also, Luke, I see you in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. And feel free to share any info that you would like that may be helpful to the situation as well. I'm really grateful that you came in to be here with us. So, yeah. I also got a lot of comments defending homefree. I will say, I'm going to take this content down and I'll put this back up. But a lot of people did defend homefree, saying that they might not know anything or they're not involved with the copyrights. And I also got a lot of comments about Orchard, unfortunately not in a positive way. And I don't know if any of this is true, but basically, according to one of my supporters, they quoted saying, "The Orchard's YouTube multi-channel network has more than 1,000 channels across the globe and uses technology built in-house called Bacon, B-A-C-O-N, bulk automated claiming on the Orchard network to crawl, claim, and track YouTube videos to monetize for their clients. It was ranked 7th in the US in July of 2014. And I reached out to Homefree's team today to ask if any of the allegations about Orchard are true, and if they are at least sharing revenue with Homefree, or if there's like a possibility that in the future Orchard, Homefree, and creators can split the YouTube revenue 3 ways. And I wanted to share a little bit of the reply that I got to explain how the finances kind of work a little bit, or at least what my understanding is. Like I said, I'm learning as I go along here with you guys, so if anything is incorrect, I'm happy to hear your comments about it and hear, what is going on. But this is important. I feel like it's an important dialogue and conversation for us to really have, and in order for us all to understand what's going on so that we can hopefully come to a better system and solution for this. So it says, let's see, this is the reply that I got. Quote, Homefree's label is distributed by The Orchard, which claims the copyrighted works of its clients. The revenue from monetization is passed back to Homefree, and The Orchard takes a percentage for their work in distributing and marketing the music. This is the case, I imagine, with all their clients, as they are not a label in the business of owning master recordings, merely a distributor. So The Orchard will continue to make claims on copyrighted works of its clients, not just Homefree, and my suggestion is that all creators educate themselves on what fair use actually is, as it can be fuzzy. That was their reply. So that's about all, or this is what Luke said, rather, and I appreciate the explanation, and I am hoping to learn a little bit more about that so that we can all get on the same page about it, and also hopefully include YouTube in that process as well. But that's about all that I know before I share the outcome with you. So feel free to chime in with your thoughts on this matter, and I'm happy to continue this discussion for a bit. And I'd love to hear also post live stream your comments in the description, comments in the comment box. I really want to hear what you guys all have to say about this. So I want to continue this discussion for a bit, and then I will tell you the outcome in my particular situation. So let me see what you guys are saying. Mike says, artists only own the rights to individual sales of their works, records, online purchases, ticket sales, etc. Publishers own the rights to wholesale distribution, radio, and YouTube, etc. Right? I thought recording labels own certain things, especially if they own the masters. Yes, there's different kinds of things that certain specific departments own, I believe. Hopefully one of the guys from Homefree sees this and gets it removed. They have said in interviews that they support reactors like you. Yes, I agree. And I did have Austin CC'd on the emails and the communication with his managers and the managers of Homefree. Like I said, Luke and Christy were helping out, and Austin did respond in the very beginning, and he kind of gave his input on that as well. So they have been as a part of this whole process. And like I said, I'm really trying to learn all about this, but I'm also trying to make sure, like I said, that nobody has to go through this difficulty, especially content creators, because losing your channel is just, it's the scariest thing you could ever imagine, especially when you work so hard at it. And you guys, I really highly recommend maybe doing some research on how difficult it is to actually run a full-time YouTube channel, because my goodness, the amount of work that goes into it, the amount of stuff that we do to make sure that it goes well, that to make sure that it's all, you know, put together cohesively and it's presented in a proper manner is so much. And then on top of that, having all of these copyright strikes and having to deal with YouTube's system and all of these kinds of, you know, just this, you know, orchard music and all of these kinds of things. It's a big undertaking. It seems to me that there needs to be a group. Gant says, it seems to me there needs to be a group or organization that reviews these strikes and verify if they are legitimate or false claims, so big companies don't counter or don't corner the market, so to speak. Yes, I definitely agree on that. I feel like it should be a third-party review system, some kind of a review system that's not just the actual people who gave the copyright. It's not just them. It's one person that's reviewing both sides, the copyright claimant side and then also the reactors or creators side as well. Right now it seems that the copyright claimant people just are the only ones making the decision, and we just have to go with what they say. But that's why I'm creating this kind of a live stream and why I'm emailing, trying to be so proactive to fight for all of us as creators to make sure that this goes well, because I'm really passionate about it. It's so important to me to make sure that we're all having a fair experience on here. Let's see. Fair use is very open to interpretation, but is very much meant that it uses the teaching of the public that it's designed to help. Yes, absolutely. Losing your channel is not an option. I agree, Dorky. I agree 100%. Fair use is often used as a defense by reactors, but truthfully, I'm not sure that it would hold up if challenged. I don't agree with you, Luke. I think it would definitely hold up, especially for those of us reacting that are actually giving analysis. I don't just sit here and go, wow, that's cool. Oh my gosh, like, you know, it's not just about the reaction. It's also about giving my professional input. I've taken 6 years now in my 7th year of Juilliard to study professional vocal technique, to study performance, to study acting, to study literally everything that is involved in becoming an artist or a singer. And I absolutely disagree that it's not fair use. Everything that I talk about, you couldn't get that just by like sitting here and watching. You know, it's something that I'm taking from the 7 years now of education that I've gotten from one of the world's most prestigious conservatories in the world. That kind of knowledge doesn't just come off the street. You have to be able to learn that kind of a thing. And there's a lot of other very, very qualified reactors that do similar. Elizabeth from Charismatic Voice does the same kind of stuff. She's very qualified as an opera singer herself. And there are other singers as well, even if not necessarily trained in the same way. Even people working professionally in the industry have a much better take on this specific kind of content than any random person who's just being introduced to music. And that's the interesting part too, is that I'm bringing a whole slew of people that have nothing, like no education in music, no understanding of anything beyond just listening to music. And now they're curious about how it works and why singers can achieve certain things, why Tim Faust can sing so low, how Austin is achieving those high notes. You know, there's so many things and so many questions that I get about those kinds of things. And I believe that it is fair use because those are the things that make my content transformative. I'm talking about all those things, and there's so much information that I give, either both on camera and off camera, behind the scenes, talking to everybody and answering those kinds of questions that absolutely would bring it into the fair use category. And how am I also supposed to analyze Austin's voice without showing an example of how Austin is singing? You know what I mean? So that is why that specific content, the videos of Homefree, is so important to be used as the material, and then we're studying the material. It's like taking away textbooks because textbooks are copywritten, so now nobody can use textbooks. You know, you have to have the content there to be able to analyze it and bring that fair use, those specific things that make it transformative content into the video. I hope I explained that well, but that's essentially why I firmly believe that all reactors, especially those that are trained and have a very wide knowledge about this specific subject, should absolutely be counted under fair use. That's crazy that it's an actual strike. I've gotten endless claims and blocks, but never a strike. Orchard is one of the worst outside of UMG and SME. Yes, I definitely agree. But yeah, they do issue strikes and they do issue these kinds of copyright claims all over the place. But that's why I'm saying it's really important to fight these things, because it's not fair. We should not be, I should not be forced to go to copyright school because I'm literally using fair use on my channel. I didn't do anything as a mistake in this case. And I hope eventually some of these do go and get further acknowledgement and further discussion so that we can show how much it is transformed from the original content. We're not just sitting there watching the video straight through. There's a lot of stuff that goes in between it as well. But I do have a question for you guys, so please chime in. And I will also post a poll just to see what you guys think. Should reactors work for free to promote artists, or do you guys think that we should be allowed to make a few bucks off of YouTube ads for our work and the countless hours that we spend making and editing videos before we push them out to the public? I'm gonna put this up because I want to know what you guys think. But I would love to know, because that's an important issue as well. As a retired musician, not famous, my bands over the years made very little. It was the crooked record labels and shady managers that got all the money, but that was the 70s and 80s. I say, listen to us. Yeah, that's why it's an issue. But the thing is like I said, this is Orchard Music on behalf of Homefree. So Homefree is the actual entity and the actual band that hired Orchard to do this work for them. So... all right. Oh, thank you so much, Victor. I really appreciate the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maggie, don't ever give up the fight. And I too love Homefree even before the sing-off. Yes, they are wonderful. They are really, really good. Reactors are the main reason I am listening to way more music online. I never even heard of Homefree until your channel introduced me to them, but I have now heard much, if not most, of their catalog. Exactly, and that's the other thing. They are indirectly probably going to make more money off of their own ads from people just going to their channel and now watching all of the additional videos because they're now interested in the band. And so those videos on their own private channel that are the specific videos that they have monetized are being fully paid for because it's on YouTube in itself, and they should be making money off of that when people watch their content, of course. But I feel like since it's not on their channel and it's a separate entity and I am giving my own professional take and adding my own content to their video, that's why I think it should be kind of a shared income situation. Let's see. Radio streams played music for free and made money doing it. Are you any different? Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't think Homefree understands the definition of free. You're silly. That's funny. I was saying the video that got taken down. I told my mom this. I was saying like the video that got taken down was Homefree Make You Feel My Love. I'm not really feeling the love, Homefree. I'm really not here. I'm not being made to feel the love. I never heard of Homefree until I watched your channel also. See, yeah, I know I introduced a lot of people because that was all up in my comment section. Everybody was saying how they loved Homefree and they had never heard of them, but they're super excited to see it. YouTube getting their 30% cut regardless. Yes, YouTube does make their 30% cut, if not even more, because that's just simply on super chats and specific, audience payments, but that doesn't go specifically even for ads. They might be making even more than that on there. Well, that's obvious. We should be able to make money at reacting, but the YouTube copyright system is so one-sided. It needs reform. People upload entire movies that never get removed. Exactly. There's absolutely no logic to the takedowns too. I've had videos where I've accidentally uploaded two contents, like two same videos, and one will get completely demonetized, like literally blocked in all of the countries, and then one will just sit there and be completely monetized, and then maybe 3 years later get demonetized. It doesn't make any sense. For some reason, the poll is not publishing. I don't know why exactly, but I'm going to try and pull it up for you guys on my computer through this. So let's pull it up. if it will do that. Do you want to? Will you do it? I don't know if it'll do it. I'm not sure if it'll work. Hold on. And thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate you guys being here. There we go. I think that worked. There it is. There's the poll. So here you go. Thank you so much, Bart. I really appreciate the super chat. Hey, Maggie, I hope the public viewer's opinion helps to sway the powers that be. Great to see you and can't wait for Sunday. I also cannot wait for Sunday. I will see you at that live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, Bart. So I asked, should reactors work for free to promote groups like homefree without collecting any revenue from YouTube revenue? So the poll choices are: you should work for free. I think revenue from YouTube ads is only fair, and I don't know, which is also a valid response. Roscoe says it's an original work that you have created. Yes, it does contain copyrighted material, so the original copyright holders should get a share like covers, but the creating artist should also. Exactly. I agree with that. Yes, it's a cover. I'm here because our shared home fries told me what happened. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you doing that. I just looked and there are a bunch of reactions to that video. Yeah, that's the weird part. There's a lot of people's reactions that get through. There's so many reactions that I try to put up on my channel and other people get them through. I don't even know how. We're all fighting the same way, but some people's don't get demonetized. Some people's do. I have a feeling there's some kind of a whitelist situation going on with certain channels as well, where people are reaching out and learning how to do that kind of a thing. So there's a lot of different ways I feel like we could go about it. It's just that it's not being talked about. And like if I had a direct route to talk to all of the videos that I'm posting and be like, hi, I will be posting your video. Please check out my content on my YouTube channel to see that it is fair use. Please do not block it. You know, I feel like there would be a lot more ability to get past those copyright issues with that kind of a situation. The more subscribers you have, the more they check your YouTube channel because it has people watching that do this, watching everyone, watching everything. I mean, it's true. They all have teams. Keyword algorithm. True. Let's see. Also, Luke mentioned that apparently YouTube is working on the option for sharing revenue with creators, but he didn't know if Orchard will be on board now or at all. So that's also another thing that's potentially a thing in the bag. But shared revenue has always been a thing. That's the funny part. There is a shared revenue option. A lot of my videos have shared revenue, especially my covers and things like that. But the question is, why aren't they using it yet? Why is it just blocked, demonetized, or takedowns? That's my question. Because if you have shared revenue, you're already making money off of it. It's positive publicity. And there's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to have a literal takedown of a video that you're being given free promotion off of, free praise, and, you know, publicity just in general. So homefree, this is a very important question for you. Are you willing to share? And basically to all of the bands, are you willing to share? I believe that Orchard will do what you say, but it has to be given as an instruction to do that kind of a shared experience, because otherwise they're just doing what they were hired to do, which is to find creators' work that involves their music and take it down, block it, demonetize it at any cost, unless homefree, I guess, is making all the money, which I don't think is fair to reactors. I know, Trixie, the poll isn't showing up. That's why I put it up on the screen like this so that people could still see the questions. How many videos have homefree blocked? Is there a way to get permission to post reviews before posting reactions? That's a great question. That's also what I was asking about, and I'm not sure. There seems to be some bands may have some kind of a whitelisting situation, but it seems really difficult because Orchard Music very rarely, supposedly, I've heard that Orchard Music is really bad at responding to emails typically, and so it takes a really, really long time, and so it ends up being that even if I post a video where I ask for permission, they might not even get back to me on time, and that delays the ability for me to post my work on my YouTube channel. So, yeah. Like I said a while back, I think you are on the radar of SME and UMG. Sad but true. You bring attention to their artists. It's a mutual relationship. Yep. It means if if it means saving all your hard work up to date, maybe demonetizing is best. I don't know. All right. Oh, so Luke says, I see a comment saying it's called allow listing. So Luke, is my channel now a part of the allow listing? And can you please explain a little bit more about that? Because that's what I've heard, and that's kind of the pattern that I've seen, is that certain reactors, especially after having one kind of reaction on their channel or a specific kind, will then go to the companies and have some kind of like a whitelist experience where their channel is just cleared of all copyrights, which would be great. And I would love to have that kind of a connection. But of course, that's something that has to be talked about and discovered, and maybe even something that people apply for. You know, I would in the future. Right now, I think it's important that people can just email in and be like, "Hi, please look at my channel." Especially for creators that have been doing it as long as I have, it should definitely be an option for us. But I would love to know more of what Luke's comment is about with the allow listing situation. Thank you so much again for the super chat, Victor. I've been shut down twice during live broadcast, once with Taylor Momsen and once again with Lara Fabian. The latter was my song I wrote. Oh, wow. See, so people do get shut down like that. Yeah, live streams also get shut down because of copywritten content, which is why I stopped streaming on YouTube as frequently. I only stream one reaction a week on YouTube, and then the rest are done off YouTube. Giorgiana says, thank you so much, Giorgiana, for the super chat. They say, I have discovered more groups I truly love from reactors like you than I have any other way. I think the shared revenue concept is the only thing that really would be fair to everybody involved. I agree with that 100%. I do. Thank you so much again for the super chats, guys. I really appreciate the support. Luke says it requires a manual process whereby we have to notify a content manager and specifically allow list a URL/video. It cannot be done overnight, so planning well ahead is very important. Without adequate time and planning, that is possible. So how would I go about doing that? Is that a situation where I kind of go in and email do I email Orchard about that? Do I email Homefree about that? Do I email, how do I know who to go for that? I've been shut down due to Queen. Can Luke join this live stream to explain more? Maybe potentially in the future we might do something like that. That would be really interesting. It would be good to get in touch with somebody who's a little bit more involved in that. So that might be great if Luke would be willing at some point. You would need to be in touch with the rights holders. So who would the rights holders be in this case? Would that be Homefree? Because so far I've been emailing the direct companies that have taken down the videos, and they're usually fairly responsive, and they'll end up taking down their blocks or their demonetizations. But in terms of Homefree so far, that's been the most difficult one to kind of figure out who to talk to get that kind of stuff cleared. Let's see. There we go. Benicia says maybe a few other reactors with this issue. Hold on. Maybe a few other reactors with this issue could have a master Zoom session on how to keep groups happy while encouraging reviewers to do what they love. That might be interesting. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, I'm trying to fix the poll, guys, so sorry if you see random stuff coming up across the screen. I think I had something pinned before, so thank you for unpinning it. I'm going to try and fix that now. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, this is essentially what I wanted to talk about. Sorry, lawyer here, but I don't do copyright stuff. Gotcha. All right, so how is the poll complete when it wouldn't let me vote? I'm having a struggle bus with the poll. Ignore the poll at this point. All right, so this is essentially what the outcome was. Are you guys ready to hear the outcome? What do you guys think happened? Guess what happened with the outcome in this? Perhaps Orchard doesn't believe in the bands it publishes. They don't want anyone to endorse them. I don't know about that. I don't think it's that, because Orchard is making money on behalf of those bands. And so when they make money, the bands make money. So they try to make more for the bands. So I don't think it's that. I think the bands do hire Orchard to do that, but Orchard is just a really difficult company to deal with. And, yeah. Bart thinks that I'm still banned. I think Austin should sing a duet with Maggie to make up for the aggravation. I would love to sing a duet with Austin at some point. 100%. There we go. I got the poll to work. Can you guys see it now? Can you guys vote on the poll? So if you guys can see, I said, should reactors work for free to promote groups like Homefree without YouTube revenue? Yes, we can see it now. Okay, brilliant. Yay, I'm so glad that I fixed that. Sorry it took so long. Okay, let's see. So far it looks like 78% of people think that no, we should not work for free, and 25% people think that they do. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to vote on this poll, and then I'm going to share the outcome of what happened. Roscoe says, Orchard doesn't work for free, so why should you? I can't believe this is what Homefree wants. It must be something else. Well, that's what I'm curious about too. I'm wondering why Homefree would hire a company like this specifically, because I know that, like, for myself as an original music distributor, I have my own songs. I don't use something like that, and I wouldn't have takedown notifications for my music. I would be very happy to have people reacting to my music. That's all right, Kevin. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. We've got 59 votes. 59 votes so far. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. That's okay, Randy. All right. According to Luke, also, Orchard funnels all YouTube ad revenue to Homefree and only takes a small percentage. So everything that is basically everything that they're claiming in my videos, so everything that I haven't made in the past 7 demonetized videos, has all supposedly gone straight to Homefree, all of it, but then just they take a little percentage of that for themselves because they were hired specifically by Homefree. But based on that, it seems like Homefree hired them for that purpose, to get all the ad revenue and to get all the money from that, from all of the videos that are created with those musics. So anyways, along those lines, Homefree, please think about giving us YouTube revenue, because it's only a few bucks. It helps us out to be able to keep our channels going. And you guys essentially get all the different funds from all of the different sources and the ways that we get people to watch your videos, and you get all the ad monetization from that. So it helps for us to be able to edit our videos, to be able to afford being able to do YouTube, while for me, for example, in my own case, I'm a full-time student, I'm a full-time professional opera singer, and I'm a full-time YouTuber. And so I need to be able to afford to live while I'm creating these videos. And you guys get extra patrons from Patreon, like on Patreon from my channel. I've had various patrons come over and buy your guys's, things that you offer. So and they also attend your concerts, things like that. So I feel like it's a fair trade to have this kind of promotion and exposure in exchange for, number one, not being taken down and not being blocked in our reactions and things like that, but also to be able to afford to edit them and to be able to create a good channel with the revenue that we receive, because I put a lot of my revenue back into the channel for the purposes of editing, for the purposes of creating better content and programs and storage and all of the things you could possibly imagine to be able to run a YouTube channel. So it is very important to be able to afford to be able to do this kind of stuff. So anyways, all right, let's talk about the outcome. I appreciate you guys voting. The votes are in, and they say from 68 votes so far, and we'll keep the poll up. 68 votes so far, 22% say yes, we should work for free, and 78% say no, we should not work for free, we should get paid for promoting groups like Homefree and commenting about them and giving our own kind of professional outlook on them. So I appreciate you guys voting in the poll. I was just curious what your thoughts were. That was my question to you. We got up to 70 votes, so that's great. And now I will say the outcome of what it is. So basically, my outcome is the copyright claim was, in fact, thankfully removed by Orchard today. The video got reinstated, and the strike was subsequently removed by YouTube today as well, which is a big win. So I'm glad that this fiasco finally got resolved. This in no way means that I'm completely safe. I'm hoping that, like Luke was mentioning, I didn't see him comment again on that kind of whitelisting situation that I had asked him about, but hopefully that'll add me to that list, or at least we can find a way to add me to that list. But it took a lot of work to get this thing done, and also a lot of stress on my part, because having a strike, guys, on your channel is a terrible, terrible thing. It's absolutely awful. I will post the links that Homefree's team shared with me about fair use in the description, and of what happened to me as well. And if what happened to me or this information helps even one person, then I am glad that I did this. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this and for supporting this. Don't be afraid. To those of you who are creators like me, I don't want you to quit. I don't want you to be, scared of creating your content, because it's important and awesome content. But I definitely want you guys to know that this is what's happening, and hopefully by understanding what's happened to me and understanding what could potentially happen, we can make everybody a little bit more aware and have a better understanding of how to make this a more productive and more safe environment for creators. We fought hard and we made it through, and I'm really grateful. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me and believing in me. You guys are the ones who motivate me to fight this kind of stuff. And I would love for you guys to comment if you have any other thoughts on all of this. And I really, really appreciate all of your support and your guidance and you guys enjoying my videos. I love you guys so very, very much. I'm sending you all so much love. And I will see you in the comment section and also on our live stream on Sunday. We're going to be having a reactions live stream. So I'm very excited to see you. And I also want to thank my patrons. They are super supportive and are part of the reason, a huge part of the reason why I'm able to do any of this kind of stuff. Make sure you guys join my Discord. You can see all of the times that I'm going to be posting, and there's also a really great community of people you can talk to. And if you join the Patreon and the Discord, you get special perks on there, like a section where you can suggest popular videos for me to react to, and you get additional poll possibilities. And polls are basically where you can submit your videos to be reacted to, and everybody votes on them. And if you win a free reaction. So, yeah. And also Skittles. Let me see in the comments. If you're a Skittle, show me your Skittle flag. What changed so much that they do this on such a regularity? I have no idea. But feel free to join me as a Skittle. Feel free to join me as a patron if you'd like to continue support and watching the journey. I appreciate you all so very, very much. Thank you for following along with me. And I will see you on Sunday and in the comment section below. Thanks, everybody. Bye. See y'all later. Mwah. Bye. Love y'all. Bye.